Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza. Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza. Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza. Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo
Section 9 of the National Assembly Powers and Privileges Act and Standing Order 151 to assist the committee in its inquiry into the circumstances surrounding the aircraft crash of 10th June 2024. I will now invite members of the committee and the Secretariat to introduce themselves, starting with the members of the committee that are seated on my right-hand side.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Beatrice Mware and I'm Member of Parliament for Kasungu North. Thank you, Chair.
I'm Ismail Nkumba, the MP for Blantyre City in Dirande Mabada Nyambado constituency, a member of this ad hoc committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. My name is Felix Njawala, Member of Parliament for Mwanza Central constituency, and I'm a member of this committee. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. My name is Mpatso Jones Boti. I'm a Member of Parliament for Lilongwe Mude constituency.
Morning, Chair. My name is Mackenzie Chipalamoto Nkwazi, the member of Ngadabe North, and I'm a member of this ad hoc committee. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Avero Kafuafa, Member of Parliament for the Zamayani constituency. Thank you.
Chair, through you, my name is Dumisano Lindani, representing the people of Zomba Tondwe constituency and a member of this ad hoc committee. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairperson. My name is James Mpunga. I represent the people of Zomba City South constituency and I'm a vice chairperson of this committee.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chairperson and Honorable members. My name is Joseph Manzi. I am the Deputy Clerk of Parliament responsible for procedural services, but I am also leading the team of the Secretariat that is supporting this ad hoc committee on this inquiry. They are seated to my left. I will ask each one of them to also introduce themselves.
Honorable Chairperson, my name is Longani Kabich from Parliament Secretariat.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson, Tile Likoma, Parliament Secretariat.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Patrice Nkono. I'm a consultant with the Secretariat.
Good morning, Chair. I am Enelis Nyale, Parliament Secretariat.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Alfred Mangani, Parliament Secretariat.
Honorable Chairperson in the committee, my name is Charles Makalani, Parliament Secretariat. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Sipiwe Komwa, Parliament Secretariat.
Good morning, Chair. I am Louis Maki, Secretariat. Thank you.
And I'm Walter Nyamilando Manda, Chairman of the ad hoc committee, the member of Parliament from Sanje Southwest. You are here to testify based on your professional experience and responsibilities within the Department of Climate Change and Meteorological Services on matters relating to the institutional framework governing the provision of aviation meteorological services in Malawi and the department's role in supporting safe aircraft operations. The committee is particularly interested in understanding the department's statutory policy and operational responsibilities in the generation, validation, interpretation, and dissemination of information, weather information, including meta reports, terminal aerodrome forecasts, SIGMET advisories, and other specialized aviation weather products. I'm sure these are familiar terms to you, Madam Chavunguma. The committee is particularly interested in the manner in which the department discharged its responsibilities on or around 10th June 2024, including the preparation, issuance, and dissemination of weather-related advisories, warnings, forecasts, observations, or other information relevant to the intended flight. The committee may further seek your evidence on whether the applicable standards, procedures, and practices were followed in the generation, validation, and dissemination of relevant meteorological information. Where available, the committee may also seek documentary records generated or held by the department relating to the material day, including weather forecasts, observation reports, aviation weather briefings, satellite imagery, and other meteorological products that may assist the committee in reconstructing the prevailing weather conditions and understanding the meteorological information available for operational decision-making. The committee may also seek your professional assessment of the significance of the weather information available at the relevant time, including any weather conditions, warnings, forecasts, or any other meteorological factors that may have been relevant to the flight. The committee may further seek your views on any other relevant meteorological, institutional, operational, or professional matters within your knowledge and experience that may assist in establishing the circumstances surrounding the flight and the subsequent crash. You introduce yourself, state your position, appointments, and relevant professional experience in meteorology and aviation meteorological services. Please provide your testimony truthfully, complete, and accurate, with accurate evidence to the committee. May I request the Secretariat to administer an oath before she responds.
I, Chavunguma, Meteorologist, retired.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
by the Almighty God
by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give
that the evidence I shall give
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
and
nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Mrs. Chavunguma, we are live on Parliament TV and various media houses, so your testimony today is being broadcasted to all Malawians. Just wanted to bring this to your attention, and you are free to respond in English or Chichewa. I'm sure you came here prepared with your report. We have received a copy of those reports, and you will determine how best you want to make your presentation. So I would like to open the floor to you to make your submission.
I'll read my presentation in English, but I will take the questions in Chichewa.
Okay, that's in order.
So I start. On 1st August 2026, I, Ms. Olive Chavunguma, received a summons to appear before this Honorable Committee of Parliament investigating the CHIKANGAWA plane crash of 10th June 2024. I have been requested to give evidence based on my role, experience, and knowledge concerning the weather information available on the day of the accident. I have been requested to give the evidence based on my role, experience, and knowledge concerning the weather information available on that day of the accident. Chairperson, at the time of the crash, I was the officer in charge of the Mzuzu Climate Change and Meteorological Services Station. under the Department of Climate Change and Meteorological Services. I have retired earlier this year from the department after working 35 years. My chairperson, the Department of Climate Change and Meteorological Services follows the standards and guidelines of the World Meteorological Organization, WMO, and the International Civil Aviation, ICAO, in providing aviation weather information. Mr. Chairperson, aviation weather observations are made using internally accepted procedures and codes so that the information can be understood by the pilot, air traffic control, and other aviation authorities. Aviation weather information is normally reported using Coordinated Universal Time, UTC or GMT. Malawi local time is 2 hours ahead of GMT. Therefore, for example, 0400 GMT is 0600 hours local time. Mr. Chairperson, Honorable Chairperson, on the 9th June 2024, the Mzuzu Climate Change and Meteorological Services Station was informed that the Dornier aircraft that had arrived with the remains of late Honorable Ralph Kasambala, SEC, was expected to depart on 10th June 2024 for Kamuzu International Airport. On 10th June 2024, the Mzuzu Climate Change and Meteorological Services Station commenced its normal operation at approximately 0330 GMT, which is 0530 hours local time. At around 0550 hours, this is local time, we conducted our routine observation for the 0400 GMT. Meteorological observations are made hourly regardless of whether there is an aircraft operating at the airport. After taking the observation, the information is recorded in the daily register and the relevant aviation weather report is prepared for air traffic control. KFY, Honorable Chairperson, I wish to clarify the issue of the KFY report. This KFY report is also called weather report sent to the aircraft control. The KFY is a standard aviation weather report which gives information about the weather conditions at a particular aerodrome at a particular time. It contains information such as wind direction and speed, visibility, present weather, cloud conditions, temperature, dew point, and atmospheric pressure. The information observed at the station was recorded in the daily register and then coded to the KFY MET. KFY is also named as MET 4, weather report sent to the air traffic control. Honorable Chairperson, generally, the weather at Mzuzu Airport during that morning was overcast, with drizzle and fog in the vicinity. This weather was influenced by cool, moist, and stable southeasterly winds, hence the Chiperoni and Mwera conditions. This weather is dangerous to lake users as well as aircraft movements due to the presence of low cloud, which reduces visibility in some areas, especially at high elevations, and may result in drizzle and fog. Low clouds such as stratus and stratocumulus, together with middle level clouds such as autocumulus and autostratus, were observed that day. Note that there were no thunderstorms on this day. Thunderstorms developed from cumulonimbus clouds, which were not present on the 10th June 2024. Cumulonimbus clouds are generally associated with warm, moist and unstable northwesterly winds originating from the Congo Basin, usually during summer. These conditions produce strong, unstable winds and lightning, which are also dangerous to the aviation. The Honorable Chairperson, from approximately 0600 hours to 1000 hours local time, the air temperature and dew point temperature remained around 14 degrees before increasing approximately at 15 degrees at around 1000 hours. NB, when the air temperature and dew point temperatures are the same as it was that day, if you see the QFI report, are the same, it means that the air contains maximum amount of moisture and is fully saturated. Such conditions are associated with fog, low clouds, drizzle, and reduced visibility. Honorable Chairperson, the visibility recorded at Mzuzu Airport that day from 04 to 08, which is 0600 in the morning, to 1000, which is 0800 the GM time, was like this. At 0400 GMT, which is called in Malawi, we say 0600 time, it was 8 kilometers visibility, or 8,000 meters. When we say that, we mean that when a person is standing and seeing towards the horizon, the end where the earth and the sky meets, the person could just see something at only 8,000 meters or 9 kilometers. So at 0500 GMT, 0700 local time, it was also 8 kilometers. At 0700, at 0600, which in Malawi we can say 8 o'clock, at 0800 local time, slightly improved to 9,000 kilometers. At 0700 GMT, which is in Malawi is 9 o'clock, 0900 local time, it went back to 8 kilometers. At 0800 GMT, which is 1000 local time, which we call 10 o'clock, it was again 8 kilometers. There was no change at all. This change, which was at 0800, was not potential to put a space. Had it been, it was improving up to plus 10 kilometers, we would have given the air traffic controller a special condition, which we call a space of improvement. Honorable Chairperson, I will briefly explain the KFI report presented to the committee. There are so many reports that day, our day observation, but this time we will discuss the 0400 or the 0600, 6 Morocco in Malawi, where that was like that. If you can take that one, the report is a weather report to the air traffic control. It identifies the location using the aviation code FWUU, which represents Nzuzu Airport. Any place, any aerodrome where there is aircraft coming or going out of that, the name changes. Like Lusaka has got the name FWLU, Chileka FWCL, and Kamuzu International Airport FWKI. So, on this place where there is saying office, people using the same documents, they put the name. In my case, it was Mzuzu, FWUU. And when we are giving the report, each report has to have its serial number, which we call the serial number, the first, the second, the third. As long as you give, you have to give it the number. So this day, the serial number this morning was 01, the first one, to give it to the air traffic control.
Chairperson, is she referring to a certain report, maybe which we don't have?
The first report for the day was issued at 0400 GMT local time. In my illustration below, I use the Med4 report as follows.
Can you hold on first? Which page is this? So what we have on second page,
now, Honorable Chairperson, I'm now trying to go to the other page.
which is page 3? I know your document is not numbered, but we have page.
It's not numbered, but it's the fourth page. There, I know I confused you because I had to explain other words. But now we're at the fourth page, which starts, the main weather information content in the report included the following. If you can see this, Honorable Chairperson, we will see that there is FW0 where we stopped at serial number, and now we go to the date which was 10/06/2004, and the observation was 0400 GMT. Of course, we can't see where this how it was the duplicated paper there.
Ask Secretary to do that? Yeah.
Honorable Chairperson, I resume on page 4. The main weather information contained in this report included the following. There is a QAN, QAN. This language is it is heard only for us Meti people, meteorologists, the air traffic control language people, and other airport crew members of the aircraft. The pilot can understand it. And I'm trying to say that time 06000400 GMT, the wind was at 060 degrees with 5 knots. 0600, it is the direction, which starts from 1 up to 360. Direction. At any place where a person is, there is direction. So that was the direction. And the speed of wind was 5 knots. 5 knots is the same as 10 knots. Wind speed at 10 meters per second. Just a second, wind has had to travel at 10 meters per second. So I think I should take this one in case. The present weather, QNY, was fog in vicinity. Fog in vicinity, the fog was seen at 8 kilometers or 8,000 meters. Not only the place where the one was observing could see it far, 8 kilometers or 800 meters. QBB, clouds observed. So, the clouds information uses international uniform aviation terminology, including for the 0400 GMT report which we are using. That day, there was scattered at 500 feet. There was broken at 1,500 feet. There was OVC at 7,000 feet. So, before we understand the way the scattered, the broken, and the OVC, that's why I have to go to this page where we say cloud cover is measured in octaves, where the sky is divided into 8 equal parts. The amount of clouds observed is expressed as the number of parts of the sky covered by clouds. If the whole sky was covered with clouds, we say 8/8. So, I will also illustrate this. When it is 0/8, sometimes we wake up and we find that there is no any cloud, there is no cloud. That we say it no cloud, or no cloud is observed in the sky. But sometimes we see just a trace elsewhere, just a 1 or 1/8. That we say clouds. Cloud cover approximately 1/8 of the sky. Sometimes we have also this word, the scattered. 3/8 scattered cloud. Cloud covers approximately 3/8 of the sky. Sometimes we go and 4/8. It is also scattered. And cloud covers approximately 4/8, or about half of the sky. Now, when we are at 5/8, it is broken cloud. Broken cloud covers approximately 5/8 of the sky. Sometimes it is 6/8. we call again broken cloud with BKN. Cloud covers approximately 6/8 of the sky. Sometimes clouds come 7/8. Broken cloud, BKN. Cloud covers approximately 7/8 of the sky. And 8/8 overcast and OVC. Cloud covers the entire sky. 8/8, then we say it is overcast. So, Honorable Chairperson, scattered on this day, it was scattered. We did not even tell that there was a few or 0 cloud over 8, but there was scattered cloud recorded at 500 feet. There was broken cloud recorded at 1,500 feet. There was OVC, overcast cloud, recorded at 7,000 feet. Honorable Chairperson, we also record the QNH. There is a word, there is QNH. This part is atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is the air pressure adjusted to mean sea level pressure. In aviation, pilots use QNH to set their aircraft altimeter so that it shows the aircraft's altitude above sea level. In simple, QNH helps the pilot to know the aircraft altitude above sea level. I have also to say a little on that one. The altimeter, when the pilot knows he takes our reading to his own altimeter. Altimeter, when he is landing at the airport. For example, this was 1025.8 hectopascals. When the pilot is landing, when he lands on the ground, it should be 0, because it should read the height above sea level. We are mentioning of the sea level. They put it at 0, adjust it at 0. So at 0 above sea level. When he is landing on the runway, when he is using this, like in Zuzu, he has to drop down. And when he is dropping down, when the readings were correct, this one will see that he is reading the height above sea level of Mzuzu. That is another way. There is also the other way of QFE aerodrome pressure. QFE, I'm mentioning all of this because there are 3 places where we are reading pressure. So I tried to explain of the QNH pressure. But now the QFE pressure. The QFE is the air pressure measured at the airport or aerodrome level. When a pilot sets the QFE on the aircraft's altimeter, the altimeter shows the aircraft's height above the airport or the aerodrome. Let's say an airplane is landing at Mzuzu. His reading should read the height of Mzuzu when we come to the QNE standard pressure, Before I go there, this also, the pilot has got an altimeter. When he's dropping or landing at Mzuzu, it should read that he is at the height of the aerodrome of Mzuzu. And there is QNE, standard pressure. QNE refers to the standard pressure settings of 1013.25 hectopascals. It is used by the pilot to determine the aircraft's flight level. On 0400 GMT report, it is written on top with the blue ink. On top of this paper, this QFY, there is also a pressure reading which starts P 883.0. It's the QNE. When the pilot is flying, uses it. I think when in my opinion, when the pilot is going, it goes in this the angle where it starts going smoothly. It shows that she has used is now at this from the airport, at this pressure from the airport. There is also the QM report, which is written QMU, where in Zuzu, that time, it was 14. We read two temperatures. The dew point temperature was 14, and there was also the air temperature was 14. These read the same. It's where I said the atmosphere was saturated, full of water in the atmosphere, full of water vapor. The report also contains the time of observation and the signal of the observing officer. This report, when the one is writing, is the one who is doing the observation, reading the instruments, has got a place to write TOO, time, that he has prepared it, and GMT is the observer, the one who was reading the instruments, and TOR is the one who has received. In this case, the air traffic control officer had to sign on this thing. Our air traffic control officer signed this place. And there is also checked by. This, most of the times, this space is signed by the forecaster. I myself did not go for the forecasting course. So this place, we had to leave it. I could see it as a supervisor, but I stopped it because when one signs here, it wasn't complete. There is a trend there on top, in between. The forecaster has to give what is to happen just 2 hours to come. So since it was not complete, I had not to complete to write there. I just saw it. The duplicated paper is the one which is given to us, returned to us, the duplicated one. I think one hour page, the other page here, the last one. Honorable Chairperson, I would also like to emphasize that the weather information contained in these records is from Mzuzu Airport. Mzuzu Airport and CHIKANGAWA are different locations. Therefore, the weather conditions observed at Mzuzu Airport cannot automatically be taken to mean that the same conditions existed at CHIKANGAWA at the same time. Weather can change from one place to another because of differences in location, elevation, terrain, cloud development, wind, and other atmospheric conditions. For example, even within the Mzuzu area, the weather at Mzuzu Airport can sometimes be different from weather recorded at Runyangwa or Mzuni. One place may have fog or drizzle, while other places may have better visibility or different cloud formation conditions. Therefore, the meteorological records from Mzuzu should be understood as the observation of the condition at Mzuzu Airport at the stated time. They should not be regarded as direct observations of the weather conditions at CHIKANGAWA. Honorable Chairperson, based on my professional experience and records available to me, the Mzuzu Meteorological Station was conducting its normal weather observation on 10th June 2024. The daily register and the QFY, the Met4 report, provided a round of the weather conditions observed at Mzuzu Airport and the information communicated to air traffic control. I remain available to provide any further clarification or professional explanation that may assist the Honorable Committee in its investigation. Honorable Chairperson, I hereby submit my testimony to this committee.
Mrs. Olive Chavunguma. The report minima de basa ya Zanyengo. Imini nali Mzuzu pa 10 June 2024. Mangofuna tisanambe mafuso kuti titsimikize kuti information mini ya Zanyengo maitenga kutiko mapanga nokha.
Information ya Zanyengo si timapanga toka in that way kuti timaitenga tisitipanga toka kungolemba. The instruments instruments ameti anaika Malawi yonse ino like malo ena amene anaika and tima choyambirira ngati muchanambira poyambira timapita kukayang'ana pamene timalembera zimene zozo nikulembera chilichonse and this process ni zodabwitsa kwambiri ili very urgent ndiyo dalilika chifukwa choti tikamapita kukalemba ndiyo kuti munthu wina kaya ali ku Zambia kaya ali kuti ni chinthu choti dziko lonse lapasi limachita ndiye kuti ukatenga ati 10 minutes to the hour ukulemba kuthamanga then ukuchita record everything poti apapa tapanga taperekapo zochepa zimene amafuna a air traffic control kompali zambiri ngati evaporation pali zina ngati zokhudzana ndi rainfall pali zina zimene nthawi zina timaonaso the shine and the like zimene zonse tikamatenga ndiye kuti timatenga nthawi imodzi imene dziko lapasi linagwirizana in the World Met Organization ndiye timatenga zimenezi kwayo kuthamanga kutenga zimezi dziko lonse likutenga pompo chifake pali GMT nthawi yogwirizana dziko lonse lapasi.
Ndikumvesesa mfanizero kunzuzu magina machine alipo kusinduzira capacity kunzuzu ko ilipo mazipangira kunzuzu komwe kapena mapanga liraiko kuti anthu ena kupasa information yo pangofuna ndipesese penepo.
Honorable Chairperson, These were taken from Nzuzu Airport.
Dr. Gosa. Mwanza Central.
Zikomo kwambiri chair. Tokoze kwambiri Miss Olive Chavunguma chifukwa cha information imene mwatipatsa yotithandizira ntchito imene dziko lino latipatsa kuti tigwire. Ndimafuna ndingofunsa mutulutsa mawu ena pa page 3 paragraph 2 mawu amene mukomiti muno abweramu kangapo ndiwerenge mchingerezi mene mwalemba kuti note there were no thunderstorms on this day. Thunderstorms develop from cumulonimbus clouds which were not present on 10th June 2024. Cumulonimbus clouds are generally associated with warm, moist, and stable northwesterly winds originating from Congo Basin, usually during summer. These conditions produce strong and stable winds and lightning, which are dangerous to aviation. Now, tinali ndi Captain Ndhani ku MDF, the pilot. Mu submission yawo yo anaganizira kuti ndege imene inakumana ndi mitambo imeneyi pachifukwa chonena kuti pali mayendedwe ena a ndege amene inayenda amene amapatsa mafunso kuti kodi chinkachitika ndi chani. Ndiye iwo anaganizira kuti mwina mapilot anakumana ndi mitambo imeneyi ya cumulonimbus. Ndiye mu submission yanu mukunena kuti mitambo imeneyi pa tsiku limene lili kunalibeko. Mwanena kuti chifukwa choti imakonda kupanga nthawi zambiri nthawi ya sama. Kuti ife za nyengo siti kuzidziwa mwina mutiuze kuti sama ndiliti ni myezi yanji imene tinganene kuti ndi sama kuti Amalawi ambiri adziwe kuti kodi mitambo imeneyi imakonda kupezeka myezi yanji. Endi limafuna mungotsimikiziradi kuti inu ngataza nyengo kuti mwina nkhani yokuti panali mitambo imeneyi tsiku limeneli ife ngati komiti mutitsimikiziredi kuti kunalibe malingana ndi mmene mwalembera. Ndi nkhani yofunikira kwambiri chifukwa ndi chimodzi mwa zinthuso zimene ife tikuziyang'ana kwambiri kuti tione kuti kodi chimene chidapangitsa ndege kuyenda mayendedwe amenewo chinali chani. Kuti ngati tingachotse nkhani ya cumulonimbus ndiye kuti mwinanso tiyamba kuyang'anano kodi zifukwa zinanso kapena zingakhale ziti. Zikomo kwambiri chair.
Zikomo kwambiri chair. Ndinganene zoona monenetsa kuti nthawi imeneyoyo kunalibe cumulonimbus clouds. Kunenera kumene cumulonimbus clouds imachokera imene imachitidwa form. Ndiso observation imene tidapanga observe kuti kunali mitambo yochuluka ya low imene inali mwina hafu ya pakatikati imene inaliso OVC, and even our weather amene ali azanyengo amachita produce day to day focus. Sada nene weather yawe imasonyeza mphepo ya south easterly winds, not northwesterly winds. Komaso zimaoneka ngati sikunali like unstable wake yopita mwamba. Cumulonimbus clouds ndi ntambo mene umakula kuchokera from lower area low umakula mpaka na kumidu mpaka na mwamba kuonetsa kanthu kamene timati amvewo. And cumulonimbus cloud imakhala ndi distance yayikulu pasi yoyambira mwina 600 or 9 kilometers pasi on its base, and imakwera kupita mwamba about 20 kilometers. Nde kenako imazayamba kugunda. Ikamagunda monga ifaza nyengo ikanakhala kuti inagunda tsiku limeneli kungogunda kokha timapereka space ku air traffic control, timapereka ndithu chenjezo imene weather imene timati space. So I can strongly confirm that that day there was no cumulonimbus cloud. Pompando a chair, honorable.
Thank you, Chair.
Lilongwe Mude, then there's Mayana.
Zikomo kwambiri Chair. Ndikuthokozeni zikomo kwambiri mayi chifukwa mwatipatsa information yofunikira kwambiri. Ndiyeno funso langa loyamba linali pa nkhani ya overcast. Manena kunena kuti overcast tsiku limeneli imene kusonyeza kuti ma clouds anali 8 out of 8 kuyambira pansi mpaka mwamba. Ndiye ndimafuna ndifunse kuyambira pafunso limene linafunsidwa kale la cumulonimbus clouds, ndipo mwatitsimikizira kuti kudalibe cumulonimbus cloud. Komanso komalizira kwenikweni kwa presentation yanu mwatiuza kunena kuti weather report iyi ndi apa Mzuzu, ndipo malo ena ndiyena simunganene kuti weather yake inali bwanji ndikatengera ku page yanu yomaliza. Mukunena kuti therefore mwalemba kuti Mzuzu Airport and CHIKANGAWA are different locations, therefore the weather conditions observed at Mzuzu Airport cannot automatically be taken to mean that the same conditions existed at CHIKANGAWA at the same time. Ndiye mwatitsimikizira kuti cumulonimbus kunalibe. Tufuna kuti tikhale ndi chithunzithunzi chogwirika. Mukutanthauzanso kunena kuti ndiye kuti so ku CHIKANGAWA kunalibe. Funso langa loyamba limenelo.
Honorable Chairperson, ndikunenetsa kuti ku CHIKANGAWA sikunakapezeka cumulonimbus cloud. Chifukwa chonena kuti origination kumene kudachokera mphepo zimene zinatipweteka kwambiri mphepo zichazo. Origin yake inali yoti it was southeasterly winds. I cannot just say southeasterly winds, but moist, cool southeasterly winds. Cool, you see the temperature in a range from 14, if we can take our QFY. My temperatures akupangira umboni for 14 to 18 degrees. We call it cool. We can say kuti kuli cool. So temperatures were 14, kena kwa nazafika 15, koma anakhalitsa pa 14, which means hepo iyi inali cool. Komanso sinachokere ku unstable. It was stable. Imakunda, it was stable. Chifukwa choti kufotokozera kwa weather imene iyi, even a focus ananena kuti kuli mwera amene yoyo ndiye kuti amatanthauza mphepo yozizira komanso ya chinyontho imene imati ikadutsa mnyanja imatha kutani kutenga madzi a mnyanja kuzafika kuno kwathu kuno nkuzapanga ngati vula high areas ndera iki kuchikangawa ndi ku high. My assumption, if it was the accident, maybe due to weather, it might be caused by the visibility. Due to low clouds, maybe.
Zikomo kwambiri chair. Funso langa lachiwiri ndi nkhani ya visibility. Ndapita pa page yano imene mwatiuza kuti pa 6 o'clock local time up to 10 o'clock local time visibility inali 80 kilometers. Mukati 80 kilometers visibility tikufuna timvetse ndekuti mwakhala pansi pa airport paja muli pansi mukutha kuona mukhoza kuona mpaka 80 kilometers pa airport ipo horizontally zikutanthauza choncho
zikutanthauza choncho bwana.
Kwambiri. So it means kunena kuti airport ngati ya Panzuzu runway ija ndi ama kilomita ngati mukudziwa
pano wenjezera runway ndi sindikudziwa kuti ili bwanji.
Chabwino ndimafuna ndidziwe cholinga ndimafuna ndidziwe kunena kuti ndekuti pilot akatera atha kuona the whole runway ndimene ndimafuna ndikhale ndi picture imeneyo koma the same visibility ya 80 kilometers uli pansi kodi inuyo ngati ameti mmathanso kudziwa visibility yochokera mmwamba kufika pansi because iyi ndi ya horizontal. Visibility ya vertical muliso ndi machine oti mmatha kupanga detect kapena mmagwiritsa ntchito cloud cover yokhayo.
Kwayambirira ndinene kuti observation ya ma clouds ya visibility imeneyi imachitika pali maujeni ma observation pamene popo ndiye kuti
mafuna visibility enso ya vertical yoti pilot ali mafuna visibility enso ya vertical yoti pilot ali mwamba akuona pansi. Ndendi mafusa kuti kodi muli ndi machine kumzuzu kapena kodi nzotheka ku Met department kwano kudziwanso visibility ya vertical.
ife pasi ife zanyengo timakhanga ti asilikali oyang'ana zanyengo tikamaona kuntunda kumwamba kuti sitikuonako timanena ndithu kuti timathamangira pa kodi imene timati invisible ndiye kuti sitikutha kuona kumwamba. Imapezeka nthawi imene fog imachita cover that kumwamba sikutha kuona pasi munthu mwina uzangomuonera ali apa ndiye imene ijaso timakhala kodi yake sikuthera pa 8 kilometers imanka ninchepa olo imatha kukula kanda yankha ona abwana ona nabo.
Ndimafuna ndidziwe kuti kodi nde idali bwanji nthawi imeneyo tsiku limene lolo ifa iye mwatipatsa ya horizontal ndimafuna ndidziwe kuti tsiku limene lolo idali bwanji imeneyoyo ya vertical yoyang'ana mwambayo.
Chimene timayang'ana mwamba ndikhoza kunena chonchi onapo. If we can say what is fog definition. Fog definition the cloud imene yachita lie pa ground. Therefore, tinganene kuti visibility yathu mwamba ndi imene imayambira pa base ya cloud imene tidayitcha kuti inali stratus imene inali pakatikati pa 3/8 or 4/8 imene yoyo base ya stratus imene taipatsa height imene yoyo ndiye kuti yomweyo ndi imene timaonera mwamba.
Chair, funso langa lomaliza poti cholinga chinanso nchonena kuti tidziwe kuti kodi ma improvements ati amene tikuyenera kuchita kuti mwina zinthu ngati zimene zisadzachitikenso. Munanena mu presentation yanu kuti kosi ya forecaster simudapange. Then mafuna ndidziwe kunena kuti kodi alipo ena adapangako makosi amenewa kapena ali ndi ukatswiri wa zimenezi tili nawo kapena tikufunika anyamata ena ndi ena kapena atsikana ndi ena apangenso ma training ngati amenewa.
Course ya forecasting mbuyomu inali yodulirapo chifukwa anthu amakapanga ku Nairobi olokwina ku maiko ena. Ndiye this time course imeneyi ya forecasting zili bwino chifukwa pa must akupanga moti